Hello my friend, this guy is moving and well, he pierced this small guy here. I hope that somebody pays him. To be honest, he's inside of him, right? That's why. But there is a problem because, well, there is like no collision between these guys, right? We can just move through them. And it happens because our right now scenes regarding player and enemy consists of only animation. So it's like image that is animated. That's all. There is nothing else attached to this. And there can be thousands of types of your characters and things that you create as an image, right? As a sprite. So it's your job to decide which kind of element of this image is gonna pierce this guy, right? Or which type of this image is gonna collide, hit it. And how do we define things like that? Let's define firstly our enemy. So when I hit F, I will center everything, then I will zoom in, and here I need to paint the boundaries of the collision. How do we do it? We're gonna attach to the enemy scene a new node, which is called collision. And we've got two types of these nodes, polygon and shape. Let's focus now on this thing. As the name suggests, it's gonna attach a shape to this image, right? That is gonna now collide with something. As you can see here, we have an exclamation mark that says a shape must be provided. And it's because we just added a node which is empty, but we didn't specify it here. As you can see, it says shape. Okay, I'm gonna hit on it. And now there are many ways to attach collision. One of it is, for example, a circle. And as you can see, now we have a blue circle now. And the exclamation mark disappeared. It's because now we, in this place, have a physical body, okay? This is really how our character, the enemy, looks like in the eye of the engine. This is it, not the image, right? This is like the thing that the physics is gonna be applied to, okay? So it's like it's on the head of this guy at the moment. But let's stick to it like this. Let's untie the the node so we can move it, and let's put it, for example, here at the start. And now when we run this, have something changed? No. Why? Because this guy is really this simple blue circle, and it interacts only with other collision shapes. And when we look at our game, we have got now this shape on every enemy, but our player doesn't have it. So we need to go to the player, then to the scene, and then here we need to attach also a collision shape, right? And now we need to choose what type. Let's, for example, this time choose this one, hit F, zoom, and then untie everything so we can move this guy here. And let's say that the shape of our guy is like this, right? Now I'm gonna save it. And this time, notice what will happen. Nothing happened because we need to move it like this, okay? Now I can't move, right? Because here I have got this blue part that meets this circle inside of this who is that, goblin? And he's inside of him again, but from the back. But hey, he didn't pierce him this time, right? So it's up to us how far this guy can go, right? We can change it by, for example, if we go to the player and we make another collision shape, right? And we make it only for the sword, it will also collide with other things. Or we could, make entire polygon, which allows us to do something like this. Let's do this, and let's do something like this. I want, entire guy to collide. So when I do it this way, you can do it, of course, a bit better, and you can fix later if you do something wrong like this. And now when I run this, notice that, hey, the collision started a bit sooner, right? And also remember that the collision started with the circle, not with the torch, not with anything else. That's why it's very important to understand that this is not a representation of what collides. The image is not a representation, right? The thing that you define here in the background of the scene. We could finish the lecture now, but I've got a very cool thing to show you. Let's practice a bit by adding something what is called the boundaries of your world. Because right now, when I do something like that, as you can see, whoops, I moved outside, right? But maybe let's make a boundary at the beginning, at the bottom. So let's go back to our script and let's go back to the script where we had an gravity. Now when you can see everything falls down, right? And to be honest, well, can we change it? Can we make it collide with some kind of ground? Yes, we can. In order to do this, we hit on the game node, then we add a new node that we're gonna call now the static body. Why is it static body this time? It's because this node is like pre-made for the physics body that can't be moved by external forces. As you can see, you have got a description. When moved manually, it doesn't affect other bodies in its path. So we want to create a body that is not visible to anybody, right? It is static. We want some kind of floor, right? Just a floor, that's it. And now we've got it where? It is here, right? This is this thing, but hey, that's nothing like this, right? When I open this, nothing happens. It's because it also doesn't have a shape. And now when we attach to it, what? A shape. So the collision shape. And we choose now not these things, but the world boundary shape. You will notice that we've got here something like this. F, zoom, and here is a line. And this line really decides where the collision happens. And you will notice what is funny, that even though this thing is here, it happened to like entire space. Why is that so? It's because this kind of shape is called world boundary shape. It is a special shape that specifies by this line where in the like, you know, horizontal space the boundary is. So when I move it together, like for example here, it's gonna be like from here to here, right? It's gonna be for entire game. And when I hit the play, I can now move here. And I can even jump. And we couldn't jump before because we couldn't, you know, jump in like nothingness. Now we are on the floor, that's why we can jump. We are on something, right? And well, it's specified in the script that we generated before, right? Here is something like that. You can jump only when you are on the floor, on something. Like on something that is that has collision, and this is really a floor, right? So this is like a boundary for our floor, right? Floor boundary, for example, right? You can create boundary on the left, on the right side. You can practice as an exercise. But before we do that, I want to practice even more. I want to attach to enemy a script that we've got in the player. So let's do something like this. Attach the script, now the template that we've already used, and let's put it into the scripts, right? And now I am going to, well, play it just for fun, and you will see that now I'm moving all of them at once. Why not? Hey, that's the basic movement for all characters this time, because we attached really almost the same script here and here, right? But let's remove now the part where we, like, you know, do stuff. Do not remove this thing. We're just gonna leave the gravity, because I want these guys to be put by gravity, right? And as you can see now, I can jump on them. I can be between them, right? So the game has started to look differently. But there is also one more small problem you have probably noticed, is that because we put the shape like this here, even though they are on the same ground, they are not leveled, right? That's why for the enemy, we should, you know, I don't put it, for example, here and make it wider, right? Like this, maybe. Or we could, for example, really make a polygon for the entire guy. As you can see now, they are a bit more leveled. So this is like a plaything you need to try. As you can see now, because I made a circle bigger, I got stuck inside. And well, that's good. That I got stuck inside, because, well, normally probably they would die or I would die, right? This is not something that should happen. This we can now, you know, decide what happens when something hits, but how to react to things like that, like for example when one guy hit another guy, we're gonna learn in next lectures. Okay, this is like a future topic. I hope you like this video, and well, if you have any questions, remember I'm always here to help.